Ultrahuman brings snoring detection and respiratory health tracking to the Ring Air. The FTC is reportedly investigating Instacart over its AI pricing tool. And China may have a prototype EUV machine built by ex-ASML employees. It's Thursday, December 18th, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. The Ultrahuman Ring Air now has the capacity to track snoring and general respiratory health. This is thanks to proprietary technology called Respiratory Health PowerPlug, which is basically a suite of audio analysis tools along with some advanced biomarker tracking and some AI tomfoolery. All of this results in one of the most comprehensive consumer tools ever built for understanding nighttime respiratory stability. It details snoring sessions, of course, but also delivers a holistic and actionable sleep picture. The company says that this reveals patterns, trends, and changes in respiratory health over time. To that end, it can also detect coughing and respiratory disturbances. This data is cross-referenced with movement patterns, sleep fragmentation patterns, and resting heart rate to show exactly how breathing issues shape sleep quality. The company says this can be a good resource when experimenting with interventions, like switching to a new pillow or taping up your nose. More health data is never a bad thing, but this information isn't free. Ultrahuman is charging $4 a month for access to the tool, though you can pick up an annual subscription for $40. The Ultrahuman Ring Air made our list of the best smart rings, and that was before the company introduced this new software. It tracks an impressive amount of data and integrates with third-party devices like glucose monitors. The Federal Trade Commission has sent Instacart a civil investigative demand seeking information about its AI-powered pricing tool. That's according to a story by Reuters. This comes after a recently published pricing experiment study showed that the online grocery delivery app gave different users different prices for the same items from the same store location at the exact same time. Some of the testers saw prices up to 23% higher than what the other testers saw, though the average difference for the same list of items was around 7%. Now, those higher prices could cost customers over $1,000 more in expenses for the year. Now, when the study came out, Instacart told Engadget that the pricing variances were caused by some of its retail partners doing limited short-term and randomized tests to better understand consumers. Those randomized pricing tests were enabled by Instacart's AI pricing tool called Eversight, developed by a company it purchased in 2022. Instacart told CNBC that much of what's been reported has mischaracterized how pricing works on its platform. The spokesperson repeated that retailers conduct pricing tests on its app and said that prices on Instacart do not change in real time, aren't based on supply or demand, and that it never uses personal, demographic, or user-level behavioral data to set item prices. A report from Reuters claims that scientists in China have created a prototype of a machine that could eventually be used to produce semiconductor chips capable of powering artificial intelligence. Sources told the publication that a team in Shenzhen completed the prototype of an extreme ultraviolet lithography machine earlier this year, and it is allegedly now undergoing testing. The EUV machine was reportedly made by former engineers from Dutch semiconductor supplier ASML. Reuters stated that China is targeting production of its own EUV chips beginning in 2028, although other experts have projected more like 2030 as the possible date. EUV is a supremely complicated bit of technology, and if you'd like a little bit more information, there is an explainer video as part of this video. You can find it at Engadget.com. Now, it is at the heart of the chips made by companies such as Intel and TSMC, so any company trying to compete would also need access to EUV. Although the Chinese prototype is not yet making chips, it is reportedly able to generate the extreme ultraviolet light needed for chip manufacturing. If confirmed, this development would put China in control of tech much sooner than analysts had previously expected. To date, EUV has largely been kept out of reach by Western companies and used as a bargaining chip by the U.S. government. Chinese President Xi Jinping has placed a high priority on the country being able to produce its own semiconductors. A source told Reuters that the aim is for China to eventually be able to make advanced chips on machines that are entirely China-made. China wants the United States 100% kicked out of its supply chains. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Lawrence Bonk, Mariella Moon, and Anna Washenko, and it was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow morning with more tech news from Engadget.